Namaste to all. The question that often comes to me is about Mandukya Upanishad, because the Neo-Vedantists, they completely believe that the most important Upanishad is Mandukya Upanishad, and Mandukya Upanishad confirms that everything is Brahman, Parabrahman. And in fact, they further take shelter of Mandukya Karika commented by Sri Gaudapada, and also they take the Mandukya Upanishad commented by Adi Shankaracharya, saying that the commentaries are extremely clear, vivid, that everything is Brahman. There is only one pure consciousness. In fact, to be honest, as I have explained in my previous videos, Upanishads, Upanishad, Shad means truth. Shad means actually Vedas. Listening Vedas from an Acharya is called as Upanishad. So every Upanishad has to be listened from that Acharya who is a Samadhist yogi. So you may say that Adi Shankaracharya was also a Samadhist yogi. So for sure, whatever he has written or he had written is to be believed upon. Yeah, but unless and otherwise you know that it was written by Adi Shankaracharya. So there are many versions. One of the versions is that after his death, people wrote many books on his names. So we must always try to verify with the living Acharya about the Upanishad. So that's why I always say that the framework has to match with Vedas. If somebody interprets Upanishad which is not matching with the Vedas, then it is totally wrong. Because the basis of Shad itself is Vedas. Upanishad, the base itself is Vedas. And I will prove it to you. I am not going to explain to you the full Mandukya Upanishad in this short audio. I will prove it to you that Mandukya Upanishad, the first shloka of Mandukya Upanishad itself proves that it is completely Vedic. The first shloka speaks about the Vedic Traitvad. The first shloka is Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam tasyopa vyakyayanam Bhutam bhavat bhavishyad iti sarvam omkaram eva yachanyat trikalatitam tadap yomkaram eva. See, omkaram eva appears twice, and this shloka speaks about omkar, om. In fact, when we understand Vedas very clearly, we can understand that Om is the name of Almighty God, which Almighty God himself says in the Vedas to do name jap of. God says Om Kritosmar. Even at the time of death, Hey Karam Karne Wale Prani, remember my name Om. Remember my name Om means chant the name Om. Om is my name. Because Om is that name which does not have any other meaning than indicating Almighty God in the Vedas. Agni, Vayu, Surya, Aditya, Jyoti, everything represents any other name apart from Almighty God. For example, Agni means electron, sometimes Agni means Acharya, sometimes Agni means burning fire, sometimes Vayu means air, sometimes Vayu means Almighty God also sometimes. But Om is that name which does not have any other meaning other than indicating that Almighty God. And Om is the name of God as told by God in the Vedas. So that's why this shloka speaks about Om iti aksharam idam sarvam. That Om iti, that Almighty God's supreme name is Om, and Iti Aksharam, that Om is Aksharam, Avinashi. Aksharam means to get destroyed. That Om itself is Aksharam. That Om, Almighty God, is beyond destruction. He never gets destroyed. And the mantra and the shloka says, Idam Sarvam Tasya Upavyakyayanam. Idam means this entire universe, whatever Jad, Chetan, Jagat, what we are witnessing, what we are seeing with our eyes, what we are realizing with our senses, is indeed everything is the Vyakyaya of Om. How? How it is Vyakyaya of Om, how it is explanation of Om, or we can say this is indeed exposition of Om. This whatever universe we are seeing is exposition of Om, means this entire universe is created by that Almighty God Om. And Upavyakyayanam Bhuta Bhavad Bhavishyad. Bhuta means whatever was created. That means there are many things which God created and not existing anymore now. For example, people speak about dinosaur. We don't know if dinosaur is truth or false, whatever it is. Dinosaur existed some time back, now it is not there. There are many bird species which was created, which existed, now it is no more. And similarly, there are many things which are existing in front of our eyes today, and tomorrow in future there may be many other things which will be created. Many more galaxies will come, many more things we will try to discover in future, and many human beings will be born in the future. All these things are indeed the Vyakyayan of Om, indeed the creation of that Almighty God Om. But Vedanta says all these things are appearance of Om. No. World is not appearance of Almighty God. The world is a creation of Almighty God. How? I will explain to you. This same shloka has the secret. The same shloka has this secret so vividly, so clearly in the next word. The next stanza says, Yachanya Trikalatitam Yat Cha Anya. Anya means other than this Almighty God. Yat Cha Anya Trikala Titam. Trikala Atitam Omkara Yeva. Omkara Yeva. There are two times Omkara Yeva is coming. Omkara Yeva here means in that Almighty God Omkar. In Hindi we can say, when we do the Sandhi, Omkara Eva, Us Omkar Me, Us Omkar Ke Andar Sarvam. Everything is inside that Almighty God. As I explained the previous Yajurveda mantra or Isha Upanishad shloka, the entire universe exists within Almighty God. Omkara Eva, inside that Omkar, Anyat Trikala Atitam. Trikala means all times. Atita means crossing the times. That means there is Anyat, there is something else other than Omkara which does not have influence of time. That means which does not get born or death. Everybody we have impact of time. We are born one day, we will die one day. Time is more powerful than us. But there is something else, Anyat, which is Trikala Atitam. Atitam means that thing which is mentioned as Anyat in this shloka is more powerful, or it is not impacted by time. It's not about powerful. Time cannot impact that. Means that is eternal. Apart from Omkara, there is something else which is eternal, Anyat. What is that? If you are my channel viewer, you know it. That is Jivatma and Prakriti. And in fact, the mantra, the shloka says, Idam Sarvam. Idam means this entire universe. This entire universe is born from Prakriti through Almighty God's power act on Prakriti, and this universe is born. So Anyat means Prakriti and Jivatma, which is eternal. Time cannot impact it. Time cannot kill the Jivatma, because they are eternal. So Trikala Atitam Anyat. Apart from that Omkara, there is something else which is beyond time, but where it exists Omkara Eva. It exists inside that Almighty God. Means Almighty God is the I would say covering. Almighty God exists, and inside the Almighty God Prakriti and Jivatma exist. If you remember the mantra Anejadekam Manaso Javiyo, in that mantra there is a word Matarishwa Apa Dadati. Apa means the Jivatmas. Matarishwa means the Vayu Mandal also is inside that Almighty God. That is what here the mantra, the shloka says, Omkara Eva Trikala Atitam. Anyat. Anyat means other than that Almighty God, there is something which is eternal, which is also inside that Almighty God. But neither Almighty God nor that Anyat have impact of time. They are not controlled by time. They are eternal. So this is what, and further the shloka says another word Omkara Eva, means it is emphasizing the fact that in God is supreme, but within that God there are two other things which are eternal like God, which is Jivatma and Prakriti. So Mandukya Upanishad does not speak this entire universe is an appearance. Yes, Mandukya Upanishad gives deepest secrets. It speaks about the four states, Jagrit, Swapna, Sushupta and Turiya. These four states of Jivatma and Paramatma. Means Jivatma and Paramatma are always same, but they can be realized in the four states. This is what the Upanishad explains us. The secrets are explained in the next 11 shlokas. And I will explain to you one more shloka, which is the second shloka, which is also very, very important, grossly misinterpreted by anyone, because the shloka has I am Atma Brahm. I am self Atma. I am the self Atma, but I am Brahma. Means I am that Almighty God. Many people misinterpret like this, which is wrong. Here the shloka says, the second shloka is very small shloka. The second shloka says, Sarvam Haetad Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. So I am Atma Chatushpat. So here we must understand this is written by a rishi. And when a rishi attains a samadhi, I have explained Isha Upanishad 5th and 6th shloka. Please carefully see that video again. When a rishi attains a samadhi, what he realizes the Almighty God is everywhere. He is inside this world, he is inside me, he is everywhere omnipresent. The same experience is written by yogi here. A yogi, when he realizes samadhi, that means he directly understands who is that Almighty God in samadhi. That yogi writes, I am Atma Brahma, but he does not write only I am Atma Brahma. He writes one more statement which has to be carefully understood. He writes, Sarvam Ahetad Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Everything is Brahma does not mean that only God exists, nothing else exists. No. He says, the yogi says, just like I am a soul, I am the Jivatma residing inside the human body. The Jivatma sustains the human body. Almighty God is the Atma which sustains Sarvam, which sustains everything in this universe. The Almighty God, who is extremely great, Brahma, greatest of all, he pervades even me and he pervades even the entire universe. Almighty God is the Atma of the universe. I am the Atma of my body, but inside me is Paramatma. And that's why Yajnavalkya says, Asya Atma Shariram. Jivatma is like a Shariram to Paramatma. Jivatma is like a body to Paramatma, because Paramatma resides within the Jivatma. The same concept is given by Rishi here. This is the version written by a Rishi in Samadhi state. Only another Rishi can decode this, because it cannot contradict Vedas. Vedas clearly says Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti are eternal. Never ever Jivatma can merge with Paramatma. So never ever Jivatma is Paramatma, and never ever Paramatma is Jivatma. All are eternally separate. So the only interpretation possible for this shloka is that Almighty God is the soul of the entire universe, just like I am the soul of my body. And even that Almighty God is within me, so he is like my soul also. So this is the ultimate realization of a yogi in samadhi. So this we must understand. Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati writes, I am Atma Brahma means that when a yogi in the state of clairvoyance, that is in the states of realization, makes a direct realization of Almighty God, and he cries, the great God that pervades myself is the self-same God that pervades all the beings. This is the real meaning of this I am Atma Brahma, and this is shloka number 2. So Mandukya Upanishad does not speak about the Neo-Vedanta at all, at any cost. And further, there are 10 shlokas, and this 10 shlokas we can make a video of 10 hours. And I am not eligible to make such a video. I will try to make a short video for the next shlokas, which are extremely secretive. And the later portion of the 10th, last 3-4 shlokas speaks about the deepest secrets of word Om. This is written by a rishi. So we must listen Mandukya Upanishad from only a rishi. And if we read a book which contradicts the Vedic philosophy, we must ignore that book. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.